How would you feel if you had a hammer? Not just any hammer, but the one you could use to summon lightning. But of course, you have to be worthy to pick it up. Whether it be King Arthur's Excalibur or Brahma's Brahmastra, these are not merely the stories of weapons and their wielders. These mythological weapons represent many cultures, ancient civilizations, and their history. So without any further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Fragarach, the Sword of Nuada. In Irish mythology, Fragarach is the name of a magical sword of Nuada, the silver arm, and it is one of the most peculiar examples of the most dangerous mythological weapons. If you were standing atop the Irish Stone of Destiny while holding this weapon and initiate it, it would emit a whispering sound, powerful enough to cut through any armor in this world and cause wounds that would never heal. The wielder of this sword is also said to be able to command winds, hence given the name the Whisperer. More amazingly, this mighty sword has the ability to render humans helpless and compel them to reveal their secrets, just like Wonder Woman's golden lasso. For that, it's also known as the Retaliator or the Answerer. Before we proceed, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Number 2. Mjolnir, Thor's hammer. Anyone familiar with Marvel Comics knows that Mjolnir belongs to the superhero Thor, the Norse god of thunder. According to the Encyclopedia of Mythological Objects, the word Mjolnir can be translated to either pulverizer or the one that smashes. Well, which is quite obvious, but what you may not know is that Mjolnir was initially conceived as a wager between the god of mischief, Loki, and two dwarf brothers named Brokkr and Eitri. However, to win the wager, Loki deceived the dwarves by biting them while they were working on the hammer. The end result was a handle that was too short. However, Thor was happy with it because of its magnificent skills, and he utilized it to kill the giants in the land of Jotunheim. More amazingly, it was possible to fold Mjolnir to stuff it into a small space, which was why Thor typically tucked Mjolnir into the shirt he wore. The fact that the hammer never missed its aim is even more astounding. And no matter where it was thrown, the hammer always went back to its rightful owner. Mjolnir was so hot to the touch that Thor had to wear a unique pair of gloves called Aron Grapier to wield this weapon. Number 3. The King Arthur's Excalibur. In English folklore, Excalibur served as a symbol of the admirable qualities that a king should possess, such as being just and rightful. This legendary and most powerful sword in England was made out of a blade endowed with a wide range of special abilities, such as the capacity to imprison demons and make cross-dimensional portals. According to Geoffrey of Monmouth, King Arthur had the power to vanquish an entire army by using Excalibur. And according to Thomas Malory's version, the sword was also capable of emitting a light that blinded its rivals. Even its sheath is said to have enormous magical power, including the power to stop bleeding, making it more effective in cheating death. Number 4. The Mighty Brahamstra. The Brahmastra is one of the most destructive mythological weapons created by Brahma, the Hindu god of creation. This dangerous weapon is said to have the ability to destroy entire worlds and triumph over any being. It is considered so powerful that the target area would immediately lose its ability to support life once activated. There will be no rain for millennia, and the conditions of the environment will gradually become worse until the extinction of all life from it. According to the folklore, King Rama aimed a Brahmastra towards the general direction of Rajasthan, which resulted in the creation of the largest desert in South Asia, the Great Indian Desert. This terrifying mythological weapon is said to be able to assume any shape, size, or form, according to the descriptions found in Hindu writings. Number 5. The Trident of Poseidon. What kinds of supernatural abilities would you bestow upon your weapon if you were the god of the ocean? What about the potential to create earthquakes? This is one of the most notable characteristics of the well-known three-pronged trident that belonged to the Greek god Poseidon. Poseidon, also known as Neptune in Roman mythology, possessed a trident that was forged by the Cyclops, at the same time as Zeus' lightning bolt and Hades' helmet. According to Britannica, Poseidon's trident most likely evolved from a straightforward fishing spear at some point. On the other hand, this apparently looking fishing spear has the potential to trigger an earthquake, break rocks, and still a raging sea. And perhaps that's why Poseidon is also considered to be the god of earthquakes. It is also said that the idea of earthquakes is inspired by Poseidon's affinity with horses because of the sensation of the pounding of numerous hooves at once. Number 6. Ruyi Jingu Bang. According to Chinese folklore, Xuanzang, a monk from China, took it to India in the year 7 AD. Xuanzang was accompanied by a large number of companions. One of them is a monkey named Sun Wukong, who is also referred to as the Handsome Monkey King. The Monkey King was rewarded with an enchanted golden staff, known as Ruyi Jingu Bang, after slaying the dragons that guarded every ocean in the world. Ruyi Jingu Bang can be translated into English as you wish golden rings clasped staff. It means that this amazing mythological weapon had the ability to do exactly what its owner wished it to do. More amazingly, it is told that it initially weighed more than 8 tons. But once Monkey King tucked it behind his ear, it shrunk down to the size of a needle. Because of this weapon, the Monkey King was able to vanquish an army consisting of 100,000 Celestials, which is equivalent to 100,000 boss battles. I would say that it's the Chinese version of Excalibur, being an undefeatable weapon. What do you say? Number 7. Gungnir of Odin. Gungnir is the spear of All-Father Odin, Thor's father, and one of the most prominent Asgardian gods. Gungnir is considered the most famous mythological weapon in Norse mythology, second only to Mjolnir. Dwarves were the ones who initially forged and controlled the spear, but Loki managed to steal it from them and give it to Odin. Unfortunately, very little is known about the powers of this mythological weapon. It is only mentioned that runes are etched into the tip of the spear that Odin would use to attack the monstrous wolf Fenrir during Ragnarok, and that the magical spear is so well balanced that it will always hit a target regardless of the skill level of the person wielding it. Moreover, Gungnir was crafted from the wood of Yggdrasil, the world tree, and the runes etched on it gave Odin superhuman abilities. Number 8. Green Dragon Crescent Blade. In the historical Chinese novel written in the 14th century, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Guan Yu, a Chinese general was shown with a mythical weapon called the Green Dragon Crescent Blade. This was a guandao, a type of weapon commonly used in traditional Chinese combat. This weapon was a hefty, curved blade with a spike on the back that was affixed to a pole. The blade was so lethal that it was also known as the Frostfair Blade. The name comes from the legend that during a battle that took place in the snow, the blade was covered in blood the entire time, and the blood eventually froze and turned into a layer of frost on the blade. Number 9. The Lightning Bolt of Zeus. In Greek mythology, Zeus holds the title of being the most powerful of the Olympian gods. However, he did not always have the position of the supreme god. In order to reach that point, Zeus was required to lead a rebellion of new gods against the deities of the previous generation, known as the Titans. Kronos, his own father, was a member of this group. Kronos ate several of Zeus' siblings out of concern that one of Zeus' siblings would rise up against him and take his throne. To make it weirder, after Zeus had succeeded in persuading Kronos to vomit up his siblings, he opened the hells of Tartarus and let loose a wide variety of beasts, all of which contributed to the downfall of the Titans. This group also consisted of the giants with one eye, known as the Cyclops. Remember them? Yes, these beings forged 3 mighty weapons for Zeus and his 2 brothers: a trident for Poseidon, a helmet for Hades, and a thunderbolt for Zeus himself. Zeus personified himself as the storm in the sky, and that's where the real power of the thunderbolt showed up. A person could be struck down and killed by the sky god from a great distance in a single flash. Not only this, Zeus could ride the lightning and fall from the skies. And that made the thunderbolt one of the most lethal mythological weapons, without any doubt. Number 10. Sudarshana Chakra. Vishnu is the Hindu god of preservation, and the Sudarshana Chakra is Vishnu's personal weapon. It resembles a disc and spins. The destructive part of this disc is its 108 razor-sharp edges. The disc is commonly recognized as the Wheel of Time, one of the many religious concepts to which it is connected. According to the Puranas, This weapon was forged from the sun's material, just like the Shiva's trident. It was used by the preserver god to behead the haughty Asura-Svarbhanu. In the Mahabharata, Vishnu's manifestation Krishna utilized the disc in multiple ways. First, he used it to decapitate the obnoxious Shishupala. Secondly, he used it to block the sun out to create the illusion of a sunset. Today, many temples dedicated to Vishnu also feature shrines dedicated specifically to the chakra. Being said that this potent mythological weapon is one of the very few in the world that is actually worshipped. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.